Well, hello friends. This is Amy Frillici with the Gathering Inkspiration Stamp Studio. And today I want to show you how to make two super cute and actually really simple, I think pretty easy to put together treats. These are a couple of things. I don't know if you can see this very well. So this was a little treat. I call it a table treat that I made for everyone that came to a one-day crafting retreat that I had last weekend. So this was something that I put at everybody's table along with their goodie bag when they came to the event. And then this was another little treat that I filled with Rolos in a Cello bag. If you can see that, this was something that I passed out later on in the day. So I always like to make a couple of cute treats that feature product that they received in their goodie bag. So I want to show you that first. Actually, wait, let me back up because I want to show you. So these projects were inspired by a couple of other cute treats that I saw. Rhonda Wade had posted them online and I thought they were so cute. So this is kind of a Halloween version, if you can see. Same idea though, just the cute little box filled. This time I put candy corns in this one. And then, well, more candy corns because it's kind of one of my favorite fall treats. But like I said, same idea with the little cello bag and then a piece of designer series paper and then kind of decorated. So like I said, same idea, just different holidays. So I want to start out by showing you the product that I used on my Christmas treats. So let's see, this is our holiday catalog, Stampin' Up! Holiday Catalog 2017. And on pages 4 and 5 of the catalog, if you can see, this is the beautiful, it's called the Quilted Christmas Suite of Products. And it's actually like one of the first suites that you're going to see when you open up the catalog. But so many cute projects made with the designer series paper that's in this suite, which is what kind of all in the corner right there, what that is. Then some really cute quilted Christmas. It's a 1/4-inch ribbon, and I'll show you that up close. I didn't actually, so on another treat that I gave them, it was actually the goodie bag, I used these stitched felt embellishments. And now I didn't bring that over here for the video, but these are really, I don't know if you can see, super cute, those stitched felt embellishments with the trees, the stars, and then the mistletoe. And then kind of the star of the show is the Christmas quilt stamp set. And can you see all those images? And we're gonna, actually I didn't do any stamping, but it is fun to see how these then coordinate with the quilt builder framelits that are right, can you guys see those right there? And then of course they're bundled together so you can get the stamp set and the framelits bundled for a 10% savings. If you can see that guy there as well. So let's go ahead and get started because I have lots I want to show you today. Actually, you know what? Let's take a quick peek because I think this ribbon is so cute and I don't think you can see it quite as well in the catalog, but can you see the cute stripe? So it's kind of a real red and old olive and white striped ribbon. So that's what I used, if you can see, on that bow right there on the bag of Rolos. And then this is what is left of one of my packs of the Christmas, the Quilted Christmas Designer Series paper. So let me pull it out and I'll do a quick flip so you can see, because sometimes I think it's a little bit hard to tell in the catalog how cute these prints are. But we'll take, so you get 4 of each sheet, if you can see the patterns, and I have used a couple of them. These are really fun because you can cut it 3 by 3 and you end up with 4 of those beautiful images there, kind of star quilt images. And then there's some more kind of quilts. Look, I love that green quilty and the stripes. It's all just so fun and vibrant. Same idea, green background and red stars on there. And there you go. So that's some of it. And then I've used a bunch of it already too. For example, this is one of my favorite patterns in that designer series paper, and I used that obviously on this treat. So this is maybe, let's start with this one. I'm going to show you how to do this little guy first because he's quite easy. I filled, this is one of our 3x6 cello bags. And it's a little hard to find locally. I'm sure I could have ordered on Amazon, but I didn't plan ahead enough. So anyway, it's a little bit hard to find holiday candy right now. Everything's Halloween and fall, right? So I just used some of the Starlight mints because they look really cute, I think, in that packaging also. So you could fill this with whatever holiday candy you choose. But we are going to start with, this is a piece of our Christmas, or a Quilted Christmas Designer Series paper, and it measures 6 inches by 3 inches. And I am going to grab my scoring board. I just scored this at, I'm going to go this way, right? At 1 3/4 inches. Now with this, with the Designer Series paper, you want to score lightly. So I'm not going to press too hard. I'm going to go back and forth a little bit, but if you press too hard, because this is thinner than our cardstock, you will rip right through it. So you don't want to do that. But that's basically all I did, was score that like that. And then we are going to cut these cute stars and I guess flower maybe right here as well. So let's go ahead and do that. We are going to use, these are the Quilt Builder Framelits, and I think it's a little bit easier to see these in here in the package than it is in the catalog. So first of all, we are going to use this guy right here. And then do you see, so this has the ridges around the edge, so that's what makes the cut for that star. And then this is the one that does the stitching, and this just kind of stitches or embosses. It doesn't cut anything out. So that's going to lay right inside there on top of our real red cardstock. And then we are also going to just cut an outline image with this little guy right here. So let's see, I always have to scoot things out of the way, right? So we can get our big shot, and I'll show you when I build this up on the big shot what we've got going here, okay? So I've got my magnetic platform, as always, with the thinlits, the silver thinlits and framelits. I am going to put, let's see, maybe I'll put my green piece right there. So I'm going to just lay that right on there. That's all we're doing with that guy. And then this one, if you can see, I cut it, ooh, yeah, I'm okay. I cut it a little, it will, because it cuts kind of on the inside, if you can see, just so you all know that. The ridges are on the inside, so when you look, if this is hanging over the edge, you're still going to be okay, because it cuts on the inside of the framelit, not the outside. So we'll just be very careful with that. But so I got that on there, and then I'm just going to lay that in there carefully and kind of move it so I get it lined up kind of evenly inside of there. Okay, put my other clear cutting pad on top, and I crank my handle. Oops, sorry, I get my wiggle. Get those going through there. Okay, now check this out. I think this is so cool. Okay, so this is just a simple, just cut that guy out, right? But then this is the fun one. So that's the cut. See how that, and I just made it around the edges there, okay? But look at this. So this is the one that did that stitching. Isn't that cool? Can you guys see all the stitching on there? Oh my gosh, I just love that. It's so pretty. So it just kind of adds a little extra detail there. All right, so here we go. We are going to put, I'm always maneuvering everything. I don't want to lose them because I'm afraid I think I need some of these things again. So if I set them somewhere and can't find them, that's not going to be good. So let's see. We've got our Designer Series paper. We have our little 3x6 cello bag. And you see this 3x6 and then the Designer Series paper 3x6. So you just kind of lay that right on there, and then I'm going to just fold that bag over. And I've got my stapler. I'm going to just staple that right on there, and then I'm going to cover that up with this guy right here. So I'm going to put some fast fuse on the back of him, and I'm going to add him. Let's see, I think I like it kind of more on an angle like that. So I'm going to do that right there. Okay, and then I'm going to add him with some more fast fuse. Put that cute little star guy maybe right about there like that, right? And then the last step is, this is a real red. It's just a really silky, kind of thin red ribbon. I'm going to make a bow here. So we're going to loop that around, put that over my thumb, and then kind of tuck that back through the hole. It's a little slippery, I will say. So you just have to have a little bit of patience. It makes beautiful bows, but you have to, like I said, have a little bit of patience when you're trying to tie it, because it tends to slip around a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to cut the edges of that, scoot that guy out of the way, and then that is just going to go right on there like that. I'm going to add a little bit of my fast fuse. I forgot my glue dots, but that's okay. You guys will get the idea. I would probably use a glue dot on there. But see how easy that is? So just get the cello bags, fill them with whatever treat you like. And then I think it's kind of fun if you build your treat based off of what you put inside. So whatever colors are in here, find a cute paper that's going to coordinate, and that's all you do. So how about that? Fun, fun, fun. And just so simple and easy, but very effective too, I think. Kind of a crowd pleaser. Everyone enjoyed those. Okay, so next we are going to make this box. And I love making cute little boxes like this that then you just put a little treat inside. So let me show you. We're going to start. This is a piece of real red cardstock that starts out at 5.5 by 5.5. So square piece, 5.5 by 5.5 all the way around. And we are going to score him also at 1 3/4 inches on all 4 sides. So like I was saying, this paper is a little bit thicker, and so I'm not being quite as careful with, I mean, again, I'm not pressing so hard that I'm gonna cut right through there, but that's all you do, 1 3/4 on all 4 sides. Okay, and then I'm gonna grab, actually I'm gonna kind of fold this. I think it's a little bit easier to make my cuts. And then I'm just gonna cut up on 2 opposite sides along my score marks. So I'm gonna cut there, and oops, and then there, and then I'm gonna turn it over, so opposite side. And I'm going to cut up on that side, and then again on that side. Okay, so here's the idea. I want these middle guys to go in first, and I'm going to adhere those and then those like that. So they don't totally meet, but you don't even notice that once you put the belly band around here. Okay, so I'm going to again use my fast fuse because I think this works so well on 3D projects like these. So I'm adding my fast fuse. Oops, I want to put a little bit more on the edge there. Let's do one side first. So I'm going to do all 4 sides, because once I fold it up, it'll be harder to add my adhesive, and that won't be so good. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to fold the middles in, and then they just kind of naturally go together here. Might stick themselves a little bit, but see, there's half, and then I'm going to just fold up and do the other half there. And then I think it's easiest to hold it right down, because then you get it lined up straight across there too, because you know it's kind of going against your table, and you can't put it on at an angle so well, right? Okay, so I'm just kind of rubbing those to hold them all together. Then this is another of my favorite. I love this pattern of designer series paper. This is really pretty too, with these kind of printed stars, but I wanted to kind of use this side. So what I did was I had 2 pieces of the 6 by 6 designer series paper, and I cut 1 inch off of each end so that it would line up, like the pattern would line up, rather than taking a 6 by 6 piece and cutting 1 inch and then another inch, because the pattern is different. So I had 2 pieces, and I cut 1 inch off one, grabbed another piece and cut that same 1 inch off of that one, so that it would have the same pattern all the way through. I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to add some fast fuse there, and this one you can put in a little bit, either that or we'll just have to trim some ends off, but I tried to line up those stripes there so that it kind of looks continuous, right? And then I did kind of wrap this. I want these little seams to go on the back, and then this seam is going to get covered up here too. So let's see, actually we'll go this way, right? So I'm going to put that on there, and I did kind of fold this before I put my adhesive on, just so it would kind of line up there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some adhesive right on the front here, because I want that flap to stay together that I put on there. Find my front again, right? I'm gonna lay, see where was my kind of folding or scoring, I'm gonna lay that on there. I just kind of like to adhere that just in case I don't make it tight enough. It's not gonna slip off, right, if you put a little bit of adhesive on there. Okay, so I'm gonna fold that around and then adhere this side. And I just kind of pinched it a little bit at the corners just to make that look a little bit more crisp. And then same thing here. I'm gonna add a little bit of adhesive. Nope, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cut it off first. So I'm gonna snip it, maybe right about there, get rid of that little piece. Oops, excuse me. And then I'm gonna add some more adhesive on the back of there. And then line that guy up there and pinch that. So how about that? I mean, it's so simple and yet it's so cute. Okay, so let's add our little star piece. Now this little guy right here, this is with the Big Shot, and these are actually cut out individually. I didn't realize that at first. So it's just a couple little steps to get that put together. So let me show you. Grab the Big Shot again. Okay, put that there so you can see. I'm gonna move those scissors out of the way. So this, what do we need here? We need a red piece and a green piece. I'm gonna do them like this. Okay, so the red, we're just gonna cut out like we did that green one on our last, just kind of the outline. And then this is the other framelit, and it actually cuts. I thought maybe it would make that whole star, but I'll show you in a sec when I do this. It cuts them all out separately. Okay, where's my other? Is it on here? It is, isn't it? No. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. They stuck together so well I didn't realize there were two on there. Okay, so yeah, you know how to build this, right? Magnetic platform, one clear cutting pad, not two, your paper and your framelits, and then the other clear cutting pad goes on top. Okay, so let's crank this through and I'll show you what I'm talking about with all those individual little green pieces. Because I was a little surprised when it came through and I tried to pop it out and I had all these little pieces. So it's not difficult to work with, but it just surprised me. So here's our little red flower or star again, right? And then this is what I'm talking about. Do you see? And actually this is really cool, that negative image. You could do something fun with that. Lay that on there and make that. Ooh, that gives me a good idea. I'm going to try something with that next. Okay, so then I am going to grab my paper piercing tool because I need to get these. If I would have brought my die brush over, that would have been good too. But this works just as well. So we're going to pop all those little guys out. And I kind of do it at an angle so I'm not poking a hole in them. You just want to get them released from the die. So there are all those little baby pieces, right? You know what else I'm going to do? Because I don't want to get adhesive all over this. Normally I would have my silicone craft sheet, but I think this might kind of act the same. And I guess it doesn't matter to me if I get adhesive on this, right? So I'm going to lay these on here and I'm going to run. You know, have you guys noticed this? There is one side that's a little more finished, and actually it's got that cute little bump in it too. And then the other side is like the back side. So I'm trying to find the back side of all these because I want to put adhesive on the backs of them. Okay, so here's my little improv silicone craft sheet because I really don't like when I get adhesive on my work paper because then, oops, everything else later sticks to it. And this is working really well, isn't it, guys? Okay, yeah, so don't do this. Grab your silicone craft sheet. Okay, and one more. And once you get the hang of this, I mean, I made a bunch of these for the one-day retreat, and you kind of just can, you know, crank them right out. It's not as time-consuming as I may be making it look right now. You just have to get a system. Okay, so there's one, and then you just kind of keep layering them. I worried more about making sure you had kind of the same amount of red showing, and not so much about the middle or where the points meet because you're gonna cover that up anyway. So there's one there. Okay, we are halfway done with this little guy. And then another one. Oops. Move him over right there. Okay, we're getting there, guys. Thanks for having patience here because it's so cute when it's done. Okay, one more. Last one. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna move my improv silicone craft sheet out of the way. And so there is that, right? And then let's see, I think I will, yep, we're gonna put one of these guys on right now. So I think I used like the littlest one. So I'm gonna use my little paper piercing tool to get that glue dot, because there's a glue dot behind all of those. Kind of put it where I want. And then did you see how I did that? I put it where I wanted, I put my finger over it, and then I just pulled the paper piercing tool away, and it helps it hold right on there. Okay, so now we're going to add some fast fuse on the back of him. And then where's our front? Let's find our front. So those were the seams. Do you see on either side? So this is going to be my front, and you can barely see that seam right there. I'm going to cover that guy up, and then that guy goes on there. And that is basically it, right? And then you just put your cute little Rolo treat in there, tied with that really fun, the red and green striped cotton ribbon. So there it is. And then I just put those out on everybody's table when they were eating lunch. So they came back to a cute little after lunch surprise also. So I hope you enjoyed these projects. Where's the other guy? Here it is right here. I hope you were inspired today. Check out my blog for lots of other cute ideas for Halloween, fall, and the holidays. What else do I want to tell you? I have a new to-go kit coming out soon. Also, actually, yes, featuring the stamp set that is in this suite of products. Let me show you that. That's just occurring to me. So this Christmas quilt stamp set, I'm doing a holiday Stamp-A-Stack to-go kit where you make 12 cards. We do 4 different cards and then 3 of each of them. So you end up with multiples, 3 of each, so 12 cards, and then you get this stamp set as well. It's a $35 fee plus another $8 shipping. So check out my blog for that. I'd love to have you make those cards in the to-go kit. I send you a tutorial to show you step-by-step how to put everything together. You do your own stamping because you'll have your stamps with your own ink, and then I provide everything else, all the parts and pieces, all cut and scored and punched and ready to go. And then, like I said, with that tutorial on how to put it together. So I'd love to have you participate in that. Check out my blog. That is at gatheringinkspiration.com. Right, here we go. So with the K, gatheringinkspiration.com. Also, when you go there, grab the host code on the right-hand side toolbar of my blog so that when you go to shop on my website at amysuzanne.stampinup.net, when you use that host code, if you spend at least $50, I always send you a thank you card no matter what size your order is, because I appreciate every single order. But if you spend at least $50, then you also get a free goodie from me in your thank you card. And then one more fun thing as well this month, and I don't have that stamp set right here in front of me, but there is a host exclusive stamp set called the Merry Patterns stamp set, and it's only available if you host a $300 party, but I have a bunch of extra ones that I'm giving away. So your name goes in a drawing to win that Merry Patterns host stamp set when you spend $50 in October and use the host code as well. So lots of great things to take advantage of there. And anyway, let me know if you have any questions, comments. I'd love to hear from you, and I hope you enjoyed these projects today. Thanks so much for listening and watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.